Deputy Wallace.
Look, Minister, we know that there's some good care for the kids under 18, but Minister, 105 children have arrived in Ireland without a parent or guardian so far this year seeking asylum status. Yet to date, only 15 have been granted international protection this year, while last year only 11 children were granted protection. And I mean, they are low figures, Minister. And just to remind you, some of the content of the report, it found that although TUSLA is responsible for making an application on behalf of unaccompanied minors, some social workers delay submitting applications for reasons including the view that an application is not in the child's best interest and that the child may not be deemed ready for the international protection, as well as the fear that negative decisions might lead to the children going missing. Minister, the report makes the point that there is published research that has noted that the decision to delay an application may negatively impact on a minor's entitlements, including family reunification, access to employment, education, aftercare services and other supports.
Minister, 1 minute.
Deputy, and I guess what I am trying to say back to you, my response is, I'm aware of that, I'm aware of what the report has said, is that the model that TUSLA has developed is effectively providing, in their belief, supports may be necessary before the application is made. Other jurisdictions sometimes don't have social workers involved in the context of the support. But some of these children have come through horrible experiences, and at times a social worker may see fit to ensure that the child or young person is provided with counselling or other mental health supports in advance of the rigorous application process. That it would be unwise, not in the child's best interest, to put them through numerous interviews and applications while in a vulnerable state. And such actions could cause undue trauma to the child. So I guess I'm emphasizing is that rigorous application process. Is the decision to delay wrong then? Does it necessarily negatively impact? The report says the research has noted the decision to delay an application may negatively impact, not necessarily.
Final comment, because I want to get Deputy Mitchell in her question.
Minister, we know that they can't get their status before 18, right? There's family reunification is gone. They're generally going into the right provision. Look, we're not saying that everything is wrong with the system, right? But there is serious problems there, and we know a number of young lads who are waiting for interviews. And look, I just think that there's probably more resources required. And we know that there's some good things happening. But the bill that Colette Kelleher's bill that went through here that was discussed here last Thursday night, I mean, that's looking to strengthen the facility and the mechanism for family reunification. But your government started the minister started off by saying that they weren't going to give it a money message. I think there has to be a more positive approach, Minister.
Very good.
I'm deeply appreciative of your raising this issue, Deputy, and I want to acknowledge the incredible contribution you and your colleague, Deputy Daly, have made to the concerns of unaccompanied minors who are separated from their families and the changes that have been brought about as a result of your work. I am trying to describe that I think a process is in place whereby, although there may be delays, they don't necessarily negatively impact on the child in light of the potential vulnerable situations that they find themselves in, and that they are receiving very good care in that context.
Could you make it, Deputy Mitchell, quick?